I'm missing one of these. I hope I didn't leave that on the bridge the last time we did this. Anyway, I got four nets and 2 traps. So let me go ahead and bait up. Before we pull the traps out, I'm gonna go ahead and bait up these couple of these here nets just to make sure they got some crabs before we go through all the trap situation, because it's a little bit easier just to jab this on there. And if we got to pick up and go somewhere else, it's also a lot easier than having that nasty bait in that trap getting in my Jeep. I need to get a truck. Last time we did this, we was over by the bridge, not too far from my house. We finally found the crabs because the first place I went to couldn't find none. But found a mess of them by that bridge. The only problem was they wasn't very big. So today we're gonna try hunting for some big ones, and if we can't, we'll go back, try by the bridge and see. Because sometimes it changes, you know. They might be a bunch one day, none the next. Might be nothing but small ones one day, and who knows. I ain't got it completely figured out. And again, I didn't bring no gloves to handle the chicken, and I ain't got nothing to wash my hands with, so I just gotta remember not to stick my hands in my mouth, and we'll probably be all right. Probably won't get that salmonella. When I see that just ain't right. Look at that. Somebody had a trap, pulled the trap out, left it on there, and now you got 3 dried out dead crabs and little fishy fish. We're gonna go ahead and stretch it out, I think. Ooh, I'm gonna put one on this side right here. Right here in the main bayou. And we're gonna stretch it out to see. Cause maybe one spot's better than another. And then we'll figure out where we're gonna concentrate them at. Hopefully they got it all along this stretch. Ooh, I need to reset this. We're gonna lose that chicken leg easy if we don't figure out how we put that thing on there better. That's how I did that. Come here. Come here. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work at all. Get this thing up in there. All right. Hopefully that's a little bit better. All right, let's see. Looks like we got a little current. Looks like the water's moving. Tide's going out. Ooh, kind of deep right there. All right, we hit bottom good. Let's take that right there. Put the other one out right here around the corner. Cause maybe, just maybe, that's where they are. Oh, I did this. There we go. Trying to get better at tying my ropes up so they don't get all tangled every time I gotta untangle them. All right, drop that right there. 2 more. This looks like a good spot. Looks like people been crabbing here. See a bunch of lines still tied on these poles. So who knows when that was. We just had a cold front pass through, so it didn't get too cold. It didn't get too cold for too long. So hopefully it didn't mess up the crab since the last time we did it. There we go. Hi Lincoln folks, hope you're having a fantastic day, and if you're not, I hope this is you know, some kind of reprieve, a little break from whatever you got going on. But today we're obviously doing some crabbing. Like I said, last time we found a bunch of them, but no big ones. Now we're trying to find the big ones, but we'll settle for a bunch of them, if you know what I'm talking about, because I mean, you get enough of them, it equals the same amount of meat as a few big ones. But anyway, I'm out here. This here used to be a marina before Hurricane Ida. Hurricane Ida kind of pelated pretty hard, and it apparently never came back. This is only the second time I've even passed here since the storm. But as you can see, it's pretty run down. I'm not going inside of there because I'm pretty sure it's still private property and I ain't messing with nobody's stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna crab right here on this edge right here. This is a lot further south. I say a lot further south. It's further south than the little bridge that I've been fishing, so closer to the salt. I don't know if that's gonna make a difference. I don't know if we're far enough to make that big of a difference, but it's a different spot. So I mean, you know, do with that what you will. Hopefully we can find some bigger crabs, or just a lot of them, or just some in general. Some at all would be fine too, you know. Something. But like I said, I got the nets. We got these traps right here that if we catch even a few on them nets. I'm gonna go ahead and bait these traps, toss it out there. I got this bait down here. This here was left over from the first jugging video that we did this year. So I got some cichlids in there, a few shad, and a whole bunch of old nutria meat that we're gonna toss in them crab traps. Plus I got some shrimps. But of course, you know, since I don't plan ahead, everything's still frozen solid. Because I got a couple fishing poles we might toss out and see if they got any fish biting too. Might as well. All right, I guess there ain't no reason to wait. We're gonna go ahead and throw this rod out. This little circle hook and a weight, a 1 ounce weight. We're gonna toss it out there, let it sit on the bottom and see what happens. Of course, the shrimp is still frozen. I guess that's good. And then we gotta find a spot to set the rod, because I'm not gonna sit there and hold it, and I don't want to get taken away either. So, ooh man, I ain't got a whole lot of line on there. Oh, nothing too big bites it. Ooh, Vignette. Bro, you gotta open the bell, cuz. There you go. Act like it's your first time. Alright, what I'm gonna do with this? What I'm gonna do? What this rope do? It's probably a bad idea. I tell you what I think I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna set the drag real loose. There we go. Let it make a noise. And then we're gonna put it like this. And I think they won't take that. But if they do, at least it'll be entertaining. Let's go check the nets. All right, let's do this one. Here come the first one. Don't feel very heavy. And no. Well, that sucks. Number 2. Don't feel very heavy. No. Well, there's a line right there. That's tight. Let me look at that. Take a look and see what this is hung on. That'd be hung on something. Oh, they might have a trap or something down there. Nope. It's on a stick. I don't know what that is. All right. Moving on. Woo, there we go. We got sign of life. Again. Very, very small. All right, buddies. Why don't y'all go tell your mom and them to come see me? Go tell them. Go tell them they can get some free chicken, and then they just get let go at the end without a problem. Come on, big money. Oh, that feels like nothing but one little female crab. Well. Another little one. We might have to move those them two over there over here if we catching some right on. Hopefully some bigger ones will come along, because it look like they don't want to be in that deep water. Might have to go further this way. Let's see what this one look like. Nothing. All right, well, we're gonna let them sit one more time and we'll check them. If it don't get no better than that, it's time to move on to the next spot. See if we can't find something a little bit more better. Uh-oh, y'all. Uh-oh. Oh, it stopped. It stopped. Something was taking it. Something was taking it. Oh, he's still on? I feel something heavy on there, but it don't feel like it's pulling back. Oh no, we got something. We got something. Oh, we got something. Here, I don't want to tighten this drag too much. Oh, what is this? What is this? It feels huge. It feels huge. Oh man, it is pulling weird. I wonder if that's a drum. Oh yeah, it's a big old black drum. All right. All right. Dude, he is not like putting up a real hard fight. He's just kind of dragging. Like, that is weird. Come here, buddy. Oh, look, he looks rough. Oh. All right, partner. This is a big old fish. All right. Let me get you. Let me get you. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, didn't bring a net. I have to reach down and try and grab him. Hey, like he is not this fish is not doing well, I don't think. He looks kind of rough. And he is just, I mean, normally put up way much more of a fight than this. Come here, you. Come here, buddy. Hold on, let me grab you. Let me grab you. Let me grab you. Come here. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna get you unhooked. I'm gonna get you unhooked. Let me grab your gill pleat. I don't want to hurt you. Ah, I'm hooked. I'm hooked. Okay, I'm unhooked. All right, let's just grab you like this, baby. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay, I got you, buddy. Whew. Look at this big boy. How you doing, partner? How you doing, huh? Oh, let me get you. Yeah. Oh, look at this big dude. Hey, man. All right. Woo, look at the parasites on you. Yeah, we're not gonna keep you out the water too long because, you know, I don't know. All right, buddy. Man, I appreciate you. Let's get you back in there. Let's get you back in there. Oh, yeah. There you go. So, there you go, buddy. Didn't want to leave him out the water too long. Whew. All right. Well, that's some action. All right, I'm gonna put another shrimp on the line and throw it back out there while we run these nets one more time. And like I said, if there ain't nothing on the nets, we're gonna pick up and go to another spot. That fish, I don't know. He swam off just fine. So he wasn't too worn out or anything, but he just didn't put up as much of a fight as they usually do. Them black drum, man, especially when they get that big, it's just, they just powerhouses. But the water ain't that cold, so I don't think he's sluggish because of that. I'm just not sure. He might just be feeling a little ill. Not sick enough not to eat though, because he ate the shrimp. Yeah, nothing but our old rope. Dang it. No. Swing and a miss. All right. Time to move on. Check that out. Y'all see that? The plants are growing in the ropes. Interesting. Nature will find a way. All right, y'all, we're actually by the bridge where we caught all the crabs the last time. We're not gonna stay here right now, but I think I am gonna drop these crab traps off and let them do the work for a little while we go try and do some work somewhere else, try and catch some big ones or whatnot. And since the traps just sit there, we ain't gotta monitor them. We'll just come back and hopefully pull up a mess of crabs, you know. But since my bait is still frozen and chock full, gotta get my little machete out. I'm gonna chop that, try not to chop my hands. Oh yeah, there we go. That's a chunk of bait right there. Crabs ought to like that. Put it in this one. That's probably all we need for that one, but let's get these big pieces of shad in there. Oh yeah. Whew, that smells lovely. I think we might do a little experiment too. Just put the fish in one and the nutria in the other. See, maybe they like one more than the other. Ay, 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 something poked me. All right. Oh, that came off easier. That ought to be good. put the fish in this one. All right, let's go get them set out. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we'll put them on the same side. That way we can be most scientific as possible when we're trying to see what baits they want. And I'm gonna set it. I'll put it right there. But let me tie a string on this fluke because I don't know if this rope's gonna be long enough. And what I usually do is I put the rope through this crack and I would let the ball sit right there to stop it from going through. But unfortunately, they got some thieves around here. And if they see that, they're gonna come either steal my crabs or just steal my whole trap. And ain't nobody got time for that. I don't know why people gotta mess with stuff that ain't theirs and steal stuff, but they do. It's quite unfortunate. All right, drop the trap right here. Now, of course, sometimes they'll even come by in a boat and take your traps, but we're just gonna try and make it as oh look, they got people got crab traps out right there. Maybe we onto something. All right, here we go. Here go the fish. The old cichlids and shad, yeah. See if they like that. Hopefully none of the people passing by on the bridge that see me doing this are thieves, because they know exactly what I'm doing. Spying on me. And then we're just gonna put this here. Just gonna tie a uni knot. Like that. Oop, come on. One more again. Pull that tight like that. Stick that on here. And we'll drop it right there. Bam. There is something still in my finger that got me from that fish. It hurts. All right, now let's try this spot and see. The water's low again. It's not as low as it was last time, but we'll see. And that current is moving, which is always a good thing as far as I'm concerned for catching fish or crabs. Just keeps them moving, keeps them looking, keeps them hunting. So I'm gonna go ahead and bait this here circle hook. Get this tossed out there while we set them 2 crab nets. See if we can't get us a little something over here. All right, first net over right here. Here we go. Second net on the other side. Oh, we got tangled up. Come on, now you ain't supposed to do that. There we go. All right. And now we wait. Here we go. Been about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. Whew, ain't hardly no water in there. All right, we ain't putting that back unless we got some in the other one somehow. Just ain't no water in here. Oh, got a few little baby ones. Man, y'all ain't doing nothing but ruining my chicken. Get back in there. All right, well, now my hands are a mess. Well, none of the spots I tried right after that last one I showed y'all produced anything. So it's a few days later. It's about probably about 3 days later if I'm counting correctly. So these crab traps have been sitting out here since then, and looking right here, it looks like they're still there. We got our little stick still on the in the cracks right there with our rope. So we're gonna go ahead and pull that up and see what we got. We're gonna pull up the this is the fish one first. Assuming nobody robbed our traps, because sometimes they do that. They won't steal your traps, but they'll rob what was in it. Let me pull this one up. We're gonna pull up the fish one first, then the Nutra meat for having trouble speaking. We're gonna pull up the one with the fish bait in there first, then we're gonna pull up the Nutra bait and see which one did better, you know? All right, come on. Come on, baby. Give us some crabs. Really? Really? Well, at least we got one, couple of them big enough to eat, but there's only two? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Huh. Well, I guess that's better than nothing. So we're gonna take them because we need something to cook. And dump them in my little bucket. Come on. There you go. Come on, you two. You two, come on down. There you go. Get in my bucket. Alright, here we go. Here come the Nutra one. Oh. Well. Oh no, this was the fish one. That one was the Nutra one. Okay, I got confused. Well. That's interesting, to say the least. All right, y'all, quick change of plans. I threw them 2 crabs back because we only had 2. And one was kind of small. But my neighbor passed by. My neighbor from down the, well, I guess it would be up the bayou. He passed by while I was on the bridge. And he actually showed me that what was wrong with my traps. Them crabs might have been escaping. We might not have got robbed. So I guess I made an accusation too soon. So y'all don't do that. But anyway, he told me, showed me how to fix that. But he also said that he's got some crab traps across the bayou that I can go put some bait in. So we're gonna go put bait in those, and then we're gonna let them sit overnight, and we're gonna go check them tomorrow because he said they've been catching. So we're trying to get some crabs that we can cook up. Persistence pays, as they say. So here we go. We're gonna try again. We got a mess of traps over here, y'all. If we don't get enough crabs to ball something, I mean, we just need a half a dozen crabs, decent sized crabs that we could you know, do a little cooking. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4 traps here, 4 right there. So if we don't catch no crabs here, y'all, something the matter. So we're gonna go ahead, I'll pop this little bait thing open right here, like that. So my neighbor Chad, my next door neighbor, crabs for a living, he had some leftover bait that he was nice enough to let me use. And that's that pokey, that's that good when it comes to catching them crabs. So let's see, 2. I want to make sure I got enough. We'll put 3 in this one, so we don't want to run out of it. Oh, try and get it as many traps out there as we can to better our odds, since we ain't been having much luck, you know. Like I tell people sometimes, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all. That's good for that one. Y'all watching is not familiar with these crab traps, this is how they work, y'all. It's gonna sit on the bottom just like this. These little ports right here, they got one on each side. The crabs are gonna come up in here to try and get the bait that's gonna be in that little cage right there in the middle. And when they go in, the way it's funneled like this, they'll find their way in pretty easy, but coming out ain't so easy because they're gonna end up walking right here, getting stuck right there, and not being able to find that opening. But then once they eat and get full, when they try and swim away, they're gonna come up and they'll end up coming through here. And there's another opening right here, which will put them in this top part of the trap, which then they really can't get out because they'd have to go they have to figure out that door and this door to get back out, which doesn't usually happen, you know. So you flip it over to put the bait in. There's just a little bungee right here that opens up. I'm gonna stick a couple pokey right there, flip that back. Oh look, they got a little crab in there already. And then when you put it back in, you want to make sure it's gonna sit like this on the bottom, because this is where your bait is, and you want that on the bottom because that's where they're gonna come in, like that, not from the top. And there you go. It's been 24 hours almost exactly since we baited these traps, and y'all might be able to tell them maybe a little sunburn. We got a little bit of mess on the pantsuses, and that ain't gonna be till next video. Y'all gonna see that, but y'all gonna want to make sure y'all subscribe and get them notifications, because that was a good one. We went out to an island and shot ourselves a bunch of limited lapins, them rabbits, y'all. You don't want to miss that. That's a good video. So anyway, I'm gonna get my bucket and we're gonna go walk out and check these traps, and hopefully we got something to cook, man, because it's been a grind, and we ain't managed to get no decent sized crabs. Guess it'll help if I get my GoPro. Ooh, I tell y'all what, walking the marsh all morning ain't no easy task, boy. My legs is sore. They're gonna be screaming in the morning, but that's all right. It was well worth it. Got a lot of rabbits, and hopefully we're about to get a lot of crabs. So get that first pull going on. Ooh, this one was on the side, so nothing but a little. Oh, that's not a good sign, y'all. That ain't a good sign at all. I can still see the pokey in there. Ain't nothing but one little bitty baby crab. That is not a good sign, y'all. Anything. There's one. Two. Y'all gonna have to do. Not that big, but they're big enough, I reckon. No. Let's see. Hold on, let's see. Nope, that's virgin females, and I don't like to keep those, so they call them, I just found out the other day that they call them V-navels. See that bottom looks kind of like a V, that little pyramid, that V shape. That's why they call them a V-navel. That's a virgin crab. He ain't had no eggs yet. Well, she ain't had no eggs yet, excuse me. Sheephead and two baby crabs. Got one big enough to eat. There we go, got another one now. At least we can get two crabs now. Since we only ended up with two crabs big enough to eat, I don't want to strike up a whole pot, waste a whole bunch of seasoning for just two crabs. So the only thing I really know what to do is to season them up and cook them on the grill, which I don't mind doing it. If you've been around here any length of time, you've seen me do it before, it's fantastic. But we're gonna go ahead and do that. Now, I know some of y'all are probably thinking, what a waste of time. Spent parts of 3 days hunting down crabs and only ended up with two, but that's not the way I see it. First of all, I got two crabs that I can eat, and I just love being out there. Love being on the bayou, love going crabbing. So all in all, it was worth it to me. And I think my taste buds are gonna agree when we get this crabs going. So let's get it going. All right, so what I did here is I took the tops off the crabs and I cracked the claws. As you can see, claws got some cracks in it. These claws fell off. I don't even know how that happened. I pulled off the top of this crab and they just went bloop. But we already got our butter melted. I got some ranch seasoning that we're gonna go ahead and put into that butter. Just get a little bit going in there. That ought to be good. We don't need too much. Then we got some garlic. You know we need that in there. Let me get a spoon. Put some of that garlic in there. Don't be shy. And then we're going to put my new favorite Berg's Bayou blend seasoning in there. Put a little bit of that. There we go. And that's all we need. And we're going to go ahead and stir it up. Get that good and mixed in there. What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and brush some of this goodness on there. Make sure it's all coated. The claws, the shell, and everything. Because not only is the flavor going to be in the meat, but the flavor is going to be all around it. So when you pick it up and you go to chewing on some of that and digging that meat out, that flavor is going to get on your fingers. And then shell's going to touch your taste buds. And you're going to get that flavor in every bite. Trust me, trust me. I've done this before. You can trust me. And the reason I cracked the claws is so that butter and that juice can get in there while it's cooking. And then that meat can get some of that. We're going to save some. Let's see. Take a little bit of that. Baste the outside. And I want to save some though. Probably should have made a little bit more. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put them on the grill top down first. And then when we're going to flip it back over, we're going to put some more butter where the meat is so it'll sit there and boiling them juices. Yeah, that ought to be good enough. And now we gotta go put it on the grill. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Actually, lemon would have probably been good on there. All right, now we put it down on there. Like I said, top down, put the claws on there. Flip the big boy on there. Put the girl on there. Got a little bit of this juice right there. We'll go ahead and sprinkle that on there since it's there. Y'all can hear the air boots in the background. Something I'm not a fan of, but, you know, it's all right. Everything is all right. There we go. Put the top down. Give her a second, and then we'll give it a flip. Ooh, I almost forgot, y'all. Since we got that pit lit, need to get this other side lit. I got some boudin to put on that grill to go with them two crabs. That's that boudin that Thunder gave me when I was out west duck hunting with him. And that is some good boudin, I'll tell you what. Really good. Really good. Oh, yeah. Oh, that'll make a meal right there, cuz. That's looking good. It don't take long. Get that cool. Get them claws flipped. Try not to drop them through that grill, man. That made me upset. Flip that over. Ooh, don't look like they got a whole lot of meat in them crabs. They kind of skinny. But whatever we can get, we're going to get. And we're going to take the rest of this butter sauce. Drop some in the hole. Coat the rest of it. Drop some in the hole. Coat the rest of it. Just like that. We're going to use it all. Nothing goes to waste. Then we're going to hit it with that Parmesan. That stanky cheese. Ooh, I think I just broke the cap. That's all right. Oh, I'm going to hit it. I'm going to hit it. Yeah. Try and get it to stick to that outside the shell too. I ain't shy. All right, close that. Let it finish off. Ooh, yeah. That's looking good. Man, look at that. I think we're good on that. Pull that out. Give that boudin a flip. Oh. Let that boudin finish cooking while these crabs cool off. All right, y'all. If that don't look good to you, you need to get your eyes checked and your taste buds worked on, because come on. Look at that. I just don't think, I mean, I'm a little biased because I live here, born and raised, but nobody does food like Louisiana. I'm sorry. I've been around the country, even been to Canada. Nothing comes close now. I say all that, and I'm not even a good cook, but look at that. Look at that. This just, Got a little piece of shell in my mouth. Hold on. There we go. That's the best part right there, that lump crab meat, that little flip on the back of them. That's all meat right there. So I say, boom. That's good. Let's see if them claws picked up the seasoning. Not a whole lot, but that's the point of getting that seasoning all around the shell. Your fingers get it on there, the shell gets it on there. So just by manipulating it, moving around, and sticking stuff in your mouth, you get all that flavor. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. I'm making a mess, shells everywhere, but it's so good. And then if you don't know what boudin is, that's what it is. It's a rice and pork dish, pig, cooked up real good with some seasoning, a bunch of rice in there, and put in a casing, just like a sausage. You can slap it on the grill, you can fry it in a pan, you can uncase it and kind of make it like a dressing, I guess, if you wanted to. Oh, it's still hot. Oh, it's so good though. But like I said, guys, even though we only got 2 crabs, big enough to cook, it was still a good time. It was still worth it. You don't need to have huge success to value the time, especially out there on the bayou. I love being there. I love being on the water. I love being by the water or in the woods. And so I do it. And I take you guys along with me. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up because I got to go manger the rest of that. Yeah. And do my thing. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. We're almost to 10,000 subscribers. I can taste it, and it tastes as good as them crabs. But if y'all haven't subscribed and you made it to the end of this video and you find yourself enjoying some of the other videos, consider doing so. It'll help me out. If you hit the notification bell, it'll help you out because it'll tell you when the next video comes out. And that's about it. But hit that thumbs up button if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't. And you'll see me on the next one.